Part 2, Lost Tower. Oh my goodness, we're gonna go to the lead patch. Vanessa stands at the podium, expressionless, presenting the report on Chrono Orphanage. Below her, several commandants invited to the briefing whisper among themselves. I don't remember this one. Oh. During this operation, together with Construct, Babylonia and Construct, Vera the Cyber Squad, we recovered in early research logs on it. Invert device? Okay, I feel like there's some typos there, not gonna lie. So that's Vanessa. I heard she was customizing codings for constructs. Wasting resources on that in times like this. The owner of the orphanage is a semi-awakened mechanoid. Originally just a caretaker, monitoring her test data, that developed self-awareness under the influence of the punishing virus. Vanessa raises her voice. The room goes quiet for a moment, but the murmur soon returns. Yeah, and I heard one of the constructs on her has problems too. Something about her memory modules? She can only hold data for a short time. Oh, right. I heard something like that for logistics. What a waste. Using resources on that instead of repairs. Ugh. The male commandant, who had been gossiping, suddenly falls silent. An eerie hush descends upon the conference room, rendering even their hushed whispers deafening in the stillness. From the podium, Vanessa watches the two of them without a word. The others in the room follow her gaze. After a few awkward coughs and chuckles, the two commandants quickly compose themselves. If you can't respect others, always respect the occasion. She let the words hang in the air. Her gaze sweeps across the audience like a blade, pausing deliberately on someone in particular. Vanessa lets out a cold scoff, then turns her attention back to the report. Among the samples recovered, the most valuable are fragments of consciousness data that can no longer be replicated. They might help improve the inner device. It's supposed to be inner device? I don't know. We're hoping to modify the inner device enough to try metabolizing the punishing virus. Metabolize the punching virus. Lee murmurs the words on the screen, distracted as he follows the collaboration instructions, adjusting each module in sequence. Can a specialized inverter device really accomplish something like that? Theoretically. Asimov's voice comes through the system. Data scrolls across Lee's screen, and the new set of instructions appears. Also, at full capacity, your brain could theoretically surpass time and dimensional constraints. I suppose only you could propose such a theory and get it approved for evaluation. Lee's brain's movements become larger. And on the monitors, every perimeter begins to spike rapidly. That's not my concern. I'm only responsible to what I've verified. Whether they believe it or not is up to them. More importantly, are you feeling any discomfort? This frame relies heavily on the heteromer shard analysis. If anything feels wrong, stop immediately. Understood. Everything is stable for now. Alright, moving to the next stage. I've unlocked the frame's full computing capacity. Give it a try. As Asimov's voice fades, Lee senses a change in the frame. Many module restrictions lift, and some disabled functions reactivate. A distorted growl sharpens into clarity, catching Lee's attention as simulated monsters begin to form around him. Roger that. The live feed shows Lee, now in his hyperreal frame, opening hypermatrix abilities, and calmly mowing down the simulated monsters. Looks dangerous. Yes. Especially brain switching always this dangerous? It's just a standard adaptation routine. Something doesn't feel right. You didn't get the updated protocol? This isn't the dangerous part. Actually, the dangerous parts already passed. Lee didn't tell you? Tell me what? The real concern is in the capacity. Some steps in the process can risk damaging the mind, since no one briefed you. Lee. Oh my god. The gray Raven Lounge is bright. Lee sits there, tool in hand, fine tuning the delicate parts in his right arm. Why not let the maintenance team handle it? I'm just more comfortable here. And I don't want to make people do for me what I can do just for myself. Lee always looks like a lone wolf, but people who do know him know that he is just used to putting the burden on his own shoulders. How's everything coming along with the adaptation test? I believe I sent you a report every time there was a test. I seen them. But I'm curious about what didn't go into the reports. Sudden mind overload, hallucinations during adaptation. None of that sounds like everything's fine. Oh my god. Now, about the sudden mind overload. I don't know what's causing it, but it hasn't affected the frame or its battle performance. Everything about the new frame is within normal standards. The hushed conversation fades into the shroud of night. Oh my god. Because of confidentiality protocols and the construct mind stability agreement, I can't share the full process with you. If you're concerned, you should ask them directly what the dangerous part means. All I can say is, thanks to your visions, we were able to avoid a lot of setbacks when reconstructing certain technologies. Asimov posts on the status overview for release frame. Data streams down the screen. Mostly yellow and green, almost no red alerts. He minimizes the window. The screen now shows Lee turning with precision and gunning down the last simulated corrupted. After a pause, Asimov takes out a document. The evaluation still has a few steps left, but everything looks good. Go ahead and sign off. Approve the switch to the hyperreal frame. After that, we'll continue collecting collaboration data through live missions. As soon as those words are spoken, a crisp electronic female voice sounds. Test complete. Combat simulation shutting down. The chamber door opens slowly. Lee looks inside the experimental pod. How do you feel, Lee? You extend hands. Lee pauses, then takes your hand and uses it to pull himself up. No abnormalities detected. The frame is adapting well. We haven't even come close to its performance ceiling. We should try other combat scenarios and upcoming field missions to see how it holds up. Alright, let's shoot back to the entropy frame for now. I'll make one last adjustment to the hyperreal. It'll take about an hour. Come back after that for the switch. Copy. Alright. After Asimov turns back to his lab coat bench, you and Lee exchange a glance and leave the lab. Oh my god, now. Okay, watch the alt screen. The afternoon sun shines brightly over Babylonia. Let's get lunch first, Commandant. By the time we finish, it'll be about time. Oh my god. What is my... Asimov told me something dangerous happened during the adaptation process. It's just a minor mind overload. I can handle it. I don't think it's minor. Commandant, I'm sorry. It's just, every time one of you switches to a specialized frame, something happens. Something I can't control. I know. It just makes me cry every time. Like, seriously. Like, obviously, every time a construct they switch a frame, it's obviously, painful, obviously. I don't know, but with Grey Raven, it's kind of a little bit more different than, other constructs who switch frames. I can't. It was the same with Plume, and with Imperia. Sensing a change in your tone, Lee pauses before continuing quietly. Don't worry, this time, nothing's going to happen. I know you can handle one on your own, Lee. Try to trust Raven, but please try to trust me more. I don't know what you're carrying inside, I can't see it, but I hope you'll let me share some of your burden. I will. Oh my goodness. my goodness, so good. The sun is too bright for you to clearly see his expression. Let's eat first. Once the frame switch is done, we'll have more time to talk about the mind overload. Time passes quickly. You and Lee return to the Science Council lab. He can see a reassuring nod before lying back in an experimental pod. Just like before, Lee skillfully takes the connection cable and connects it to the port at the back of his neck. At that moment, the sensation returns, another wave of deja vu. It's quick and light this time, so much so that the word slips out before you even realize it. Lee. Commandant? Nothing. It's just that this is the first time I've seen one of you switch to a specialized frame in person. Clearly, this isn't the right moment to continue that conversation. Relax. Lee gives you a gentle nod before settling back into the pod. For now, the only sound in the lab is the faint hum of machines. Commencing frame switch authorization. Please enter the activation perimeter. Asimov inputs the start of perimeters one by one. Authorization successful. Starting consciousness transfer. Please refrain from interrupting the connection during consciousness transfer. Please refrain from interrupting the connection during consciousness transfer. Please refrain from interrupting the connection during consciousness transfer. Lee? You glance at Asimov in confusion after hearing the system repeat the transfer notice 3 times in a row. I hear it. I'm checking now. You've seen some phase, casually scanning a few lines of data like it's routine. Everything's looking good. No issues. Hyperia lies still in the pod, his eyes remaining closed. Please refrain from interrupting the connection during consciousness transfer. Ugh. The flashes of light flicker across his vision as crimson fog engulfs everything. Transfer failed? Please refrain from interrupting the connection during consciousness transfer. But there was no sign of a failed transfer. No alerts. And Asimov didn't intervene. Time seems to freeze. It stops being just a concept and becomes a real, twisting 4-dimensional axis, spiraling endlessly in the fog. What? What is this place? Where is he right now? His mind stretches outward, suspended by spider-silk threads. A twisted spiral tower hangs in the air. Its blinding gateway begins to open. A beam of light breaks through the mist, pouring in from beyond the sky. Lee? Tiny specks of golden light dispelled the crimson fog. Consciousness transfer completed. The chamber door opens as you rush toward him. Lee! I'm... Okay, oh my goodness. I can't. I'm fine. He grabs your hand and slowly rises from the pod. Asimov, how long did the consciousness transfer take? Same as before, about 3 seconds longer than expected. But no errors, no abnormalities. So, what did you see this time? The crimson fog vanishes from his mind just as suddenly as it appeared. There's barely a trace left. I don't remember. I see. Asimov scrolls through the records in silence, deep in thought. Most likely, there was an unexpected spike during the deep layer transfer stage of your mind. Lucy and Lid's specialized frames add it smoothly. This only happens with yours, so it has to be something with your deep mind. Understood. Thank you. Lee cuts him off before he can finish the analysis. Deep mind? Right. It's possible there's some corrupted data in my deep mind, which caused the delay during the transfer. He's not lying. It's the truth. Will it affect the frame? Technically, yes, but practically speaking, no. There are many things that could impact the frame. This one just isn't high on the list. Today's delay isn't new. Earlier tests also took about 3 seconds longer than average during consciousness transfer. Everything else looks fine. I see. It's alright, Commandant. He sits up in the pod, now in his hyperreal frame. Once the frame switch is done, I'll sort the data and file regular reports with the Science Council. Okay. A faint unease stays with you. When Lee entered the pod, you saw that tower. Ugh, I don't want to keep saying that tower. Ugh, a crimson spiral piercing the clouds. Could it be the same tower Vonica mentioned at the aquarium? What did you do to the tower? Setting the tower with a mortal body? That's impossible. If this tower really is the same one Vodka mentioned, how's everything connected? Questions keep piling up. By the time you snap back to reality, Leah and you have left the Science Council. Commandant? You seem distracted since the frame switch. Did you see something? Like the visions you had before? I saw a tower. The tower. Something flickers in Lee's mind at that word, but you can't catch it. Did you see anything else? No. Since the Aquarian incident, the deja vu moments had become few and far between. Maybe that's a good thing. He nods and is about to say more when his terminal beeps. Looks like I gotta go. A frame performance test just came in. It's a dead zone operation to clear out hetero creatures. The mission ID will be released once they land on the surface. Solo? Yes, some perimeters need to be tested through solo action. Don't worry, the hyperreal frame is built for this. I'll also make sure I'm fully prepared. Alright. You hold back your concern, deciding to respect Lee's judgment, then exchange a light fist butt with Lee. Oh my god. Good luck out there. See you when you get back. See you when I get back. Oh my god, that smile is just does things. Oh my god. Ward my heart. Come back to us safe. Of course. Lee stands with his back to the sunlight, looking at you. I will return safely. I promise. Oh my god, my Oh, it seems like I think the replays we just replayed the characters, that's being replayed, if that makes sense.